Jacobs.
And good morning. This morning we have the honor of having Graham Klemme from StartUp Hutch in. Good morning, sir.
Hey, Mark. Thanks for having me back.
So, you're in a couple months now. How are things going over there?
Oh, it's been fantastic. You know, this community has been so welcoming and supportive. I couldn't ask for a better community to welcome me into a job.
All right. So, I saw something on the website, a new mentorship program. Lead me into that program.
Oh yeah, we're really excited to be launching this. That's up this week. We have a mentorship program. So this is pairing mentors with mentees. So say you're a small business owner, you come in and you say, "Hey, I'm just getting started. I'm starting this kind of business." We'll pair you with someone who has some experience in that realm to be an advisor for you. In addition, and this is all in addition to the free coaching sessions that we offer, because of course we serve as a mentor and advisor at any time for free, for any length of time. But we want to have, experts in the community be there as well for an hour or two a month. And that's just an additional friend, supporter, someone who's been through it to help you avoid making common mistakes.
So, you have mentors, and now you need the mentees. How did you select your mentors?
Our mentors. So we're open for both. And actually, if you're interested in being a mentor, there's a way to sign up on the website as well. But we've picked a handful of folks we know who have various business experience. We have David Hogan. He's based out of Newton. He's really good on the operations front. We have Sarah Diamond, who's based here at a Hutch, actually just out in the county. She's really good with nonprofits of all kinds and grant writing. And then we have Gene Fluoff, who's a longtime Hutch resident. He's excellent in sort of higher scale business operations. So he's kind of a jack of all trades, so to speak. We have a handful of others that are sort of in the works. We'll get them listed on the website soon.
So, if I'm a person that is interested in a small business, would this be, I want to be my own boss, would this be something that person could explore?
Yeah, absolutely. The way it works is you sign up to request mentorship on our website. We will reach out to you and have a conversation and sort of just understand what you're looking for, and then match you with someone who would be the best fit for your needs. We're just getting started, so we expect that this flywheel will develop more over time as we have more mentors and more mentees, and we can iron out some of the kinks in the program.
So, I know that small business is a struggle. I know that people want to be their own boss. They look at some. My friend might be a small business owner, and I see what his flexibility is. I think a lot of people get that impression that being your own boss is not as hard as it looks. So, are there pitfalls that? I mean, is there any advice to you for somebody who's just exploring the possibility of becoming a small business owner? Could they come to you and you could sit down with them and say, "Hey, this is what needs to happen"?
Yeah, I'd say the most common thing that we see is folks, they got an idea, they want to go start looking at buildings to buy, but they haven't written a business plan yet. So sit down, write out a business plan. Think about, say you've had a side hustle for a couple of years and you have some idea of how much money you're going to charge for services. Well, put that onto paper, and you can use ChatGPT. That's something that I tell everyone is, use AI tools to help make it easier. It removes that barrier to entry. But definitely start with a business plan, start with some financial projections, month to month over the next 3 years. Those are things that will be required if you're ever applying for any kind of financing for a loan, or if you're seeking venture capital of any sort. And it's just a best practice to have that ready to go.
So it's basically you want to project 3 years out.
Yeah. And that serves as sort of a backbone that you can then benchmark your progress against as you go.
Is that kind of the determining point? Is 3 years kind of the determining point whether a small business will go or not?
3 years is, there are inflection points every step along the way. There's 6 months, right? If you make it past 6 months, that's awesome. If you make it past 1 year, that's awesome. Typically, they say the old saying is that you won't expect to make a profit until 5 years in. Now, that's not always true, but that is a good word of advice for someone who's ready to start a small business. It's like, are you ready to think about 5 years of becoming truly profitable? If you can stomach that, then that's fantastic, and you might have what it takes. And if you're not ready for that risk, then maybe do a little more thinking about your plan before you launch your venture.
All right. So recently you told us that you got a grant from Groover Labs in Wichita.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, thank you for asking. We are thrilled. So Groover Labs received this grant from the Kansas Department of Commerce. It's called the Excel Kansas Program. And essentially it's starting with $5K but up to $25K grants for small businesses that are interested in proving out their initial. It's for technology-based businesses, software and hardware, that want to what's called a proof of concept, or essentially validating the early sort of questions and assumptions of a business. So, can it work? Can you develop a prototype? Can you do some market research, validate demand? And so this funding, we'll be administering, one of these grants for Reno County. And so we're looking for a technology-based business, here in Reno County. And this will take some time. We'll have an application window that'll open up soon, probably in September. But you can learn more right now if you go to innovationkansas.org. There's a landing page up that has some information and an opportunity to contact them. And we'll be working with Groover Labs to review applicants and make a decision for our Reno County pool.
So question for you. I know this, everybody's going to say this is a Wichita company. Can you give us a little information about what Groover Labs actually is? Yeah,
so Groover Labs is based in Wichita. It is a co-working space and sort of a startup ecosystem hub. That's some lingo that means it is a place to go if you're an entrepreneur. You can work out of there. They have a maker space where they have lots of industrial equipment for use that's shared, and you can get access to that. So if you are an engineer who's starting up your own thing, you can access their lab and build your early prototypes there. It is a fantastic organization, and it is based out of Wichita. And part of this grant is they're looking for rural partners, and we're one of those rural partners here in Reno County. And so we're thrilled to be in collaboration with them.
All right, we're talking with Michael Klemme. He's from StartUp Hutch. We'll be back with more right after this. We're back with Graham Klemme. He is the executive director of StartUp Hutch. School's back starting. Youth entrepreneurship. I mean, StartUp Hutch doesn't just cater to the adult side of this. Tell me a little bit about youth entrepreneurships now that school's started back up.
Oh, yeah. So we will be partnering with schools here in Reno County to administer what's called the Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge this year. This is a part of a statewide program called the Kansas Entrepreneurship Challenge, hosted by Network Kansas, one of our key partners in the state of Kansas. But it's a competition that essentially involves students developing business plans, pitch decks, and a trade show booth, and there's an in-person component. This will be held in the spring semester. So right now we are engaging teachers and our school partners on this and just getting ready as the school year comes.
Is this the first year that StartUp Hutch has done this, or is this something that's ongoing and that's done annually?
It's done annually, and we've done it before. It's kind of fallen off in recent years, so we're excited to be revamping this. My understanding is that last year Bueller, the Bueller School District and Haven both had YEC programs, whereas Hutch High opted out, and we're coming back strong this year, and we'll have all of the high schools in Hutch participating is our goal.
So your goal is to get everybody in the county involved, or at least everybody in the city involved.
Yeah. We want to do a countywide competition at the community college in March probably, and we'll have volunteer judges and. So for any parents out there or any teachers who are listening, get in touch with us and we'll make it happen.
So they can just contact you at the office or via email to get the information that they need to have.
Yep, and once again, for those listening, my email address is graham@startuphutch.com. That's GRAHAM @startuphutch.com.
All right, so you guys are over there. You're basically 9 to 5. If I'm a small business owner and I can't step away during the workday, is there a way that somebody over there can meet with them?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll meet outside of hours. That's fine. Just let us know what time works for you. We'll make it happen. We are working right now with a small business man who just moved to town. He and his wife are starting a custom golf cart business. They just moved here from Texas. So we meet with them Thursdays at 5:30. Because they work during the day. So we're happy to find time in our schedules that fits your own needs.
All right, Graham, I thank you for coming in. We've been talking with Graham Klemme. He is the Executive Director of StartUp Hutch. We'll have more BW News right after this.